Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day. Alright, today we're going to be doing this review on the DMX1057Xr from Kenwood. And these are all the features that this unit comes with. Basically, you can see all these little things down here showing you, it is made for an iPhone. It's Sirius XM ready, which means you have to have an XM module to be able to plug into this. It is HD radio compatible and Maestro compatible, which is really nice with iDataLink. It does have Bluetooth and then all these other extra little features that it does as well. And this thing has about everything, and I mean everything. Every option available I have seen out of any other unit, it has all of it. So this is the DMX1057Xr monitor with receiver. This is the Exelon unit. So we're going to go ahead and show you all the features and kind of do a review on this. So we're going to kind of show you what all is behind the radio, how it all mounts, how everything looks, kind of go through basic features and what we think of the radio in the very end of a review. This is the front of the unit, and basically on here has some pieces that go in to this little hole right here. Little door. Same way on this side. And then you've also got an SD card, I'm believing probably for maps or navigation. This is where the ribbon cable part snaps in, then you screw this part in. But this is the front of the unit. Most people don't show what this looks like without the screen on it. I just want everybody to understand that you have to mount this. So just remember that when you're going to put this into a vehicle, especially if you have something where the dash snaps on and then you have to put this on afterwards. That makes it 10 times more difficult because then you got to get these screws down in here. And here's the back of the unit. You've got a front view camera. You've got a rear view camera. Third view camera. I mean, you got 3 cameras on this bad boy. Geez, you could see the world. I'm surprised it doesn't have 360 view. So here's USB. I'm guessing and I'm hoping that this thing has more than one USB, but it has USB. Then you've got your antenna. And then right here you've got your video in, and you also have a video out, which is really awesome. So you have both of those, which most units don't come with nowadays. You have your GPS antenna here. 3 sets of pre-outs. If you go way back into here, you have your AV video out. You have your mic input for your Bluetooth mic, your AV in audio, which also is like aux in, I believe, and everything like that. That's the Kenwood proprietary dash cam, I believe. And then if you have iDataLink, which is amazing, you have Maestro on this unit, so you can plug in Maestro available. Here's your main power cord, your IF to plug into there, your HDMI. This is basically a proprietary plug. I don't know why. Oh, your HDMI is back here. So you take off this little screw, you plug in your HDMI cable in there, and then this snaps over the top of it. So this is basically what the back of the unit looks like. It does have a lot of features and a lot of things that you can do with this. So it is a really great multimedia head unit. And here is the back of the screen with your ribbon cable here and your locking mechanism and screw mechanism back there. That's the back of the screen. Here's all the parts that you'll need. You have your Bluetooth mic it comes with. I'm guessing this is a USB extension. Yep. You have your main power cord, navigation antenna, and then all your bolts and hardware it comes with. So those are all the parts that basically come with this radio as well. And this piece right here, you can take this off of these 4 little micro screwdrivers. We used a micro screwdriver. Oh, I think so. I'm having such a hard time focusing. And then I use an adjustable wrench, and we just adjusted this, and that moves this piece up and down. So we've got the proper adjustment, and then these 2 screws on each side here, there's 2, you take those out, and that moves this retractor up and down to get you. So that's exactly where I want it. I'm gonna put this plastic cover back on, put everything on here because we're ready to mount this to the actual radio itself. Okay, so this is the DMX1057Xr. This is the new Kenwood floating screen, if you want to put it at that. But this unit is really nice. You have all your main buttons down here at the bottom, and then you have your large rotary knob here. I really like the way this is laid out. Click your home button, you know, it pretty much gets you to where you need to go. No, usually does, but click it over here, and it's really hard to tell on my cell phone. It really makes it look pixelated. It is not pixelated at all. Like, it looks absolutely beautiful. Like, you click on the HD radio. I did a carbon background, which really on my phone it looks terrible. I don't know why, but in real life this does not look pixelated at all. It actually looks really, really good compared to most of them I've seen, which is like the Sony and stuff. The Sony has a really white background. It's really bright and it looks really cheesy, and the text and the font is really pixelated. Whereas this unit, it is not pixelated at all. It looks super clean, and when you click on things, it's very responsive. It's almost like the screen on my Samsung, which I'm recording on, is Samsung 10 Plus. This is identical screen. It feels the same. It looks the same. It's very responsive. It's very clean. It doesn't look washed out. It doesn't look glared. So this is a really, really nice head unit. I really like the volume knob. It makes it super easy to turn everything up and down versus having to click up and down. I like how it has all your larger buttons at the bottom to where you can just click things, and it just makes it easier for it to go where you need it to go and navigate. You can change the background as well. You know, you have your settings here where you can go through everything, which is really cool. The audio is amazing with what you can do with this. I mean, just with your EQ, it's got a full parametric EQ, subwoofer control, every single thing that you could imagine. In a cheaper Kenwood, this unit has everything you could possibly imagine out of all the floating or the larger double DINs I've seen. This has every option available. It actually spares no expense. The only thing that I've noticed that it doesn't have is it does not have dual USB. I don't know why. Maybe this unit just doesn't have dual USB, and there's another unit that's made by Kenwood, but I know Pioneer does, and I know Sony does. I don't know why they didn't do dual USB on this. I like that it doesn't have the USB on here. Sony did that where you connect the USB into the back of this piece, and that is a pain in the butt to do. But this has, you know, position, DTA, your EQ, fuel parametric EQ, your subwoofer control, different volume offsets, everything that you can possibly imagine this radio will do, which is awesome, because when you're paying this kind of money and you get into the Sony unit or other units, you don't have all these features that you're going to have with the Kenwood. To me, this is the flagship. This is the most expensive unit that they carry. It should have everything. Now, there are a few disadvantages to this unit that I don't like. Number one, it is a double DIN chassis. Pioneer and Sony uses a single DIN chassis. This is a double DIN, very large chassis. So it makes it very tough to fit in a lot of places. The other thing I don't like is that you have to run a navigation antenna, a speed sensor wire. I don't know why. Like, why? That is old school. Like, we used to do that 15, 20 years ago. I don't know if that's because of the navigation or if that's because if you're using the navigation or whatever, but
I'm just gonna be using wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. I don't know why you would need that. So that is one thing I'm not a big fan of, but other than that, I have no complaints on this head unit. Like, I love the volume knob. I love the buttons down here. I love every single thing about this head unit. It is absolutely amazing, especially for the price. I mean, back 20 years ago, we were paying $2,400 to $2,900 for an awesome double din. And look at what you get with this thing. Like, look at the features. Look at all the specs that you get with this. I mean, you can't get anything like that nowadays. I mean, to me, this is probably the absolute best head unit on the market today. I mean, it does absolutely everything you could imagine, even with USB and all that. It does everything. So, and I even tried the wireless Android Auto, because I'm on my phone right now. I can't show you. It works great. Now, I will say my internet's a little laggy, so that's kind of a little weird how it takes a little while, but that could be something with my internet and my phone. But as far as, you know, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay and all that, works great for me so far. And the Bluetooth is a little hard to connect, but other than that, I got it to connect and it works fine. I did want to show you guys how the Android Auto and everything. So I have a Samsung S10 Plus, and I want to show you how everything will work. So right now I have clicked the Android Auto button on here to show everybody how this works. So you can click over here and it's going to give you all your icons of how this all works. So you got your Google Maps, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Messenger, you know, pretty much all those, Pandora, settings, Google Voice. It'll pull all those up for you. Now, I'm sorry the way that this looks in here. It's kind of brighter than what it really looks like. In real life, this looks totally different. It looks super crisp, super clear. There is no, it doesn't look washed out at all, but for some weird reason through this camera screen it does, but it's not. But you know, as you can see, you click on it, your maps work instantaneously. I mean, everything about this, this is all wireless. I have no cord plugged in. So if you look right here, there's no cord plugged in. This is all the wireless. So works really well so far from what I'm seeing. I really like all the features of this unit. It seems like it actually does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is the opposite of what some head units claim that they can do, and then I've had multiple problems and issues with other head units. So Kenwood has lived up to it and done exactly what they said they're going to do. The wireless works awesome. Now, the one thing I will tell you, I have not tried yet. I have not tried to see how much my battery will eat up because of this wireless. So typically in the past with other units, if you use the wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, it will chew up the battery of the head unit because it's pulling all of it from the head unit, or basically from the radio. So your radio will pull from the phone, right? So your phone battery will go super quick because it's using the phone to send that over to it as a wireless signal. So you'll eat up the battery because your phone's not plugged in